Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
GK.
G Cave.
2020.
You believe that we actually made it,
Yes.
and we've gone over a lot of stuff, and we're going to conclude this season, this matter, with Pride and Ego Part 3. And I'll honestly tell you, after our conversation yesterday, I almost wanted to throw this out and throw that in, because, but we're not going to do it. But I think we have some of our craziest conversations off camera.
We do.
Right. I mean, it's almost like we are loose and we're just talking about things and we're getting this revelation. Maybe one day we have no topic and we try that live and hope we don't have a crazy look on our face. But nonetheless, who's opening us as a prayer? Okay, Deacon Glenn.
Okay, Lord, we just thank you once again for this opportunity and just for this platform in which we can share your word with others and amongst ourselves, Lord, as iron sharpens iron. So we hope to just be sharper in you and just to have a more and greater understanding of your word, Lord. And we ask that everything that is done tonight, everything that is said, would be to your glory. In Jesus Christ we ask. Amen.
Amen. Well, we've been dealing with pride for the last, I guess this will be what, week 3?
Week 3.
Week 3. And we've learned a bunch about pride. We know we've all dealt with pride in one form or another. But tonight we want to look at how pride and ego affect relationships. And we're actually going to look at 3 areas. And I would say self, marriage, and ministry. And just looking at the scriptures, it was like you had to take the entire story. You couldn't, like we do sometimes, pick a verse and there's the entire story. These were whole stories that you had to read. And then there were these little things within the stories that I never paid attention to. But when you start studying it versus reading it, you start seeing different things. So anybody have anything from last week that you want to bring up or you want to jump right in?
I think we can jump right into today.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I was thinking, today about tonight meeting, so to speak. And, I mean, there was so much things running through my head, and trying to put it into a nutshell. But I was thinking, where does this start? The whole issue of pride. And we know where it was started.
Right.
You understand? It was our chief praise and worship leader.
Right.
You understand? Who believed that he wants to be God. And so, I begin to look on it, and even, you said a while ago that it's amazing when you just read through some things. You're not seeing certain things. But as I was thinking about it and even looking back at what Paul said in Romans 12, when he was saying, in the view of God's mercy, how we must present our body as living sacrifice. And when he goes down to say that we must not think of ourselves more than we ought to. You know, and I think in our last meeting we talked about that. But it get me thinking, and I mean a lot of stuff. And so tonight, you know, I want to, you know, touch on some of the things that really just, from a relational standpoint, that I want to look at. Because even as a father, you know, coaching my children and trying to mentor them, I realized that even a lot of stuff that I was doing from a pride standpoint.
Okay.
Not so much for the child's state, but what I want that child to look like, you know, as a result of me mentoring them.
Okay.
And so it's you know, so kind of where I would love to really put in my
Absolutely.
part from relationship standpoint.
Absolutely. And if we don't go that way, somewhere in one of these, and more
Yes.
likely under the U, is where family would
Right.
fall. And as you say, mentoring our children and helping to raise them and mold them. And sometimes we're molding them not for the sake of molding them alone. We're molding them so someone go, wow,
Yeah.
your child is just awesome, or your child is so well groomed, or your child speaks so well, and you get to, you know, raise the chest up a little bit. Yeah, that would be me. You know, but there was something you said, and I don't think I've ever really thought about it. You said that Lucifer's issue became he wanted to be like God. And I realized when we are in pride, have we not taken this same stand?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
We have.
We want to be like the Most High. And how is that? We want to be in charge. We want to have supreme authority. We want to make the rules. We want to decide if it's going to be this way or that way. So in essence, we are trying to dethrone God and be like the Most High. So we become guilty of the same thing.
I heard it put this way from Genesis, when you see where it's first mentioned about ruling and the kingdom. When after God created the world, he obviously he was ruling it. Then he created us to, in essence, in his image,
Right.
and then he gave us dominion over the earth. So in essence, he was sharing, because he's got dominion
Right.
over everything.
Right.
He's sharing his dominion
Right.
with us as co-rulers
Right.
on this earth. And we get that, and we go, no, I want to rule the whole thing.
Right. Right.
I don't want to co.
Right. I want to mold.
I want the whole thing.
Right.
And just from there, you see it, and then now again you have the battle of the kingdoms, because you're either in God's kingdom, which we decided we're not going to be in God's kingdom. We want to have our own kingdom on
Right.
earth, and so you got our kingdom, and both kingdoms can't exist.
No.
You're going to be kind of
No.
but again, it's that feeling or that mindset of self-rule
Right.
and wanting to be in charge, as you said. And
Yeah.
I guess
It's my life.
it's my life, and I guess free will allows that decision. And but that's what we decided, and we want to be God, Lord of our existence. We do
Right.
not want to submit to the fact that He is Lord of us, and it is
Yeah.
that battle, I think, that gets shown out in the physical rebellion and in pride and all
Right.
these other things. It kind of comes back that we touched on a lot, the lack of submission.
Yeah.